Hello everyone. I hope your people are doing good. I'm back with another important video that speaks about completing BA6933 week 1 assignment. This is a new task and for this we will be using Microsoft Excel and I hope your Microsoft Excel analysis pack plugin is active. If not, I will show you how to do that. As a part of this task, a data is given to us and we will be working on it to calculate measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, and couple of charts like pie chart, bar chart, and scatter plot. So these things are to be done as a part of completing the assignment. You are given with certain videos. If you want to just cross check, just go and watch these videos. It will be helpful for you to understand what are these values and how we can interpret them. Interpretation of those values can be done. Anyhow, I will be explaining this video, but you will be knowing more more information related to the task when you watch these videos. So this is our actual task. In this task, we are having complete data related to the work we are going to do. I already downloaded it and I'm trying to open this one. This is the task. The file contains hypothetical starting salaries of graduates, some like so the people who have done MBA, those people's age, discipline in which they worked, they completed their course, and the kind of salaries that they are getting. The data is given, and we are supposed to complete the work as a part of week one descriptive statistics assignment. So when you open the document, you see like this, you won't find any data. Just come here in the bottom left arrow on the scroll tab, you will see the data. Okay, this is the data on which we are going to perform some calculations and calculate measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, pie chart, bar chart, and scatter plot. Along with that, we are supposed to provide an in-depth interpretation of each result that we have achieved. Okay, so this is the task. So first to start with, to add plugin, just cross check, go to data on the menu. Here it is the menu, right? In the menu, go to data and cross check whether you are having this data analysis pack active or not. Okay, when you click on that, it will be showing like this data analysis pack should be active on your Microsoft Excel. If it is not active, go to file and click on there will be options at the bottom. So when you open the options, Excel options, you will find add-ins button at the bottom, and in the add-ins just check analysis tool pack. Okay, and go to Excel add-ins, select analysis tool pack and click go and click OK, and select analysis tool pack option, data analysis, and click OK. That will be generating you data analysis pack on Excel. Close your Excel sheet and open it. You will get this one option, this option. Okay. So for further analysis, you need it definitely, because without that you cannot perform all these activities. So make sure you are installed data analysis tool pack in Microsoft Excel. Now let us start with analysis. If you see descriptive statistics can be performed on numerical values. You cannot perform it on categorical values. Here categorical values are gender, school, major. These three are categorical variables. So here numerical means like number format variables are age and years of graduation. So the first task here is calculating central tendency. So what are central tendency values? Mean, median, and mode. These are the three central tendency values. And here we are having two numerical values. So need not to follow the way I am doing it. Just understand the concept and create your own table. Here what I am doing is like I am trying to calculate these values for age and salary like this. Okay. You can do like you can take age here, salary here, and you can keep values like mean, median, more like this. You can create your own table like this. Otherwise, you can simply say like the mean value of age is equal to something. You use formula and you can implement it. Whatever the way you want, you can do it. But you just need to calculate the three values for central tendency, that is mean, median, and mode. And whatever the calculation you perform, you are supposed to show formula. Okay, and I am doing like this. Okay, don't follow exact way I am doing it. Simply understand how the calculation is performed and implement it. Okay. So here what we are doing is equal to in Excel function that calculates mean is average function. Just select average function and go to data, and the data should be properly selected. Average data, age data, right? So I have selected complete data in the age column. Okay, and I'm closing the bracket and press enter. So this gives you mean value of age. Similarly, median. Median we will be taking is equal to MEDIAN, median of same data. That is 502 is the last term, and 2 C2 to C502. Inside descriptive statistics, CT to C502 should be taken, and close the bracket and press enter. This is the median. Now mode. Let me calculate mode value. So mode value formula is equal to mode mult, go inside, and C2 to it is C502. Just take value and enter. These are mean, median, mode values, means measures of central tendency of the given data for the age factor. Here we will be taking is equal to formula text is equal to formula text of this one. So this clearly shows what formula we used here. Okay, this is the formula we used here. When we drag it down, it gives you next values also. So these are the formulas that we have used, and these are the values that we have generated. So what is meant by a mean value? Mean is when we take all the values that we are having and total count of the value. When we divide it with total count, we get certain value, and that value can be aligned, or like you that value can be represented by each and every individual. Say for example, there are A, B, C students. There are three students in the class, and one person got 60 marks, one person got 100 marks, another person got 50 marks. Okay, total marks is 210, and it should be divided by three people. So when we divide it with three people, we get 70 marks. Each person represents 70 marks in the total value. Okay, that is how we can interpret mean value. It means that every person can say when on an average, because when we have 100 people, it is not possible for us to tell each person mark. So in that context, what we do, we take average mark and we say that in an average, my class, each student gets this particular mark. Okay, so when we will be using it, so when we want to know what kind of marks, so if you want to join your kid in the school, you can understand what kind of mark an average student also getting. Got it? So based on that, it is possible for you to know, decide whether you want to join your kid or not, whether you want to join in the class or not. So average salary, average mark helps you to understand if you perform on an average basis, what you are going to achieve. If you take median, it is central value. So if you arrange all the marks in ascending order, increasing order from 0 to 100 like that. If you have three people, it is 50, 60 and 100. In that the central value is 60. So based on the median value, when you arrange all the values that got in a sequence, and if you try to find the central value, that value represents median. So it also helps you to understand what average value you are going to get. Okay. So based on that, you can make a decision. Mode is most repeating value. Say for example, in a class, there are 100 people, and among that, each person is having a separate age. Okay. So if you say that more aged person will be having more knowledge and a less aged person will be having less knowledge, okay, and you have a average value like 50,000 is the salary, average salary that a person can get. When you take maximum mode value, what is the maximum repeating? Most of the people age 28 years. So most of the people in the class are 28 years and they are getting certain amount of average salary. Based on that, you can say that, so you can compare your age and for that age how much salary they are getting, using which you can make a decision. So it speaks about what maximum people age is, what maximum people is getting. Okay, that's how you can interpret it. So it is most repeating value in the class. Say if you want to join a job, and when you know that mode of that company's salary is 16,000 rupees. So it is possible when you are applying for the interview, you can simply understand that at least you will get, not at least, maximum. So on an average, there is a possibility that you get 16,000 salary. When you take minimum value, it speaks about minimum what you are going to get. When you take maximum value, maximum what you are getting. When you take average, at least on based on your performance, this is what you are going to get. That's how you can interpret the data. Okay, these three values can be interpreted like that. Similarly, I will apply same formula is equal to average of, this is graduates F2 to F502. So for all people, we have value still 502, right? That's why I took like that. And this is median is equal to MEDIAN median of F, no, not F2, of, and just come to the sheet name should be mentioned. Here we got week one descriptive statistics sheet, from there to F502, and we get the value, and is equal to mode dot multiple, go to descriptive stats F22 F502, press enter, and I need to give formula is equal to formula text, and take formula text value, enter, and show it here. Okay, so by this you have calculated central tendency value. So after central tendency, we are having dispersion. What are different type of dispersion values? Dispersion speaks about to what extent when you take each person. Say for example, person is having 60 marks. What is the average mark? Average mark is 70 according to previous example. So the dispersion means the average value, how it is different from the actual value. It is 10 marks different. That is what we call dispersion. Dispersion from the medium value means central tendency to what extent, to how much distance it is dispersed, it is deviated. Okay, here we take standard deviation deviation and variance. These two values gives dispersion. Okay, and again we should take same age for numerical values only. We are having, we are supposed to calculate measures of dispersion also. So here what we do, so is equal to stdv. So what should be selected, p or sample? As it is a simple data, we will be taking s, standard deviation dot s, and take the series again, c22 c502. Okay, c22 c502, same data. Again we will be taking variance. If you take variance also, var, it is also having p and s. Just select s. And what is the data? Week 1 c22 c502. This speaks about to what extent the variance of data, median value of mean value of data is different from their actual value. Okay, so this is standard variance and this is variance. For same for salary should be calculated. This is equal to standard deviation std, standard deviation of s, and select value and 502. And this should be is equal to var, variance of standard deviation from first value to f 502. Okay, so these two values are variance and standard deviation. And now let us show the formula. I have calculated these values. Clear. Now, as of now, central tendency and dispersion values are clear. Now, I want to create pie chart of measures. Pie chart of measures. So, how many unique values are there here? Okay, so now let us take unique values of E. To do that, let us try to generate a pivot chart, pivot table first. Okay, so for doing that, go to the data page and click on insert, take pivot table, and from table or range, just select the range from A to F. These columns contains the data on which we are going to create a data table. Okay, pivot table, and click on existing worksheet and go to worksheet answer 1 and come to the space where we want to generate the table. Okay, so I want to generate it under pie chart of measures. So here I selected this value and just click OK. It will be generating like this. So what I want to count measures, how many different type of measures are there. So here I have major types, unique types, and I need count of it. So I will be dragging same measure into values. Here if you see in rows it is measure and in values it is count of measures. We have count of measures value here. You can see that in this data, whatever the data that is given in measures, among measures, I guess it is 500 values total. Yeah, it is, we got it 500 here. Among 500, accounting subjects are 115, data analysis 115, economics 38, finance 117, management 115. Select this data, not rows and columns, just data you select, and come to insert page, go to pie chart. This is the pie chart. Click on pie chart and select pie chart. Okay. So this is pie chart of measures. Okay. So now click on pie chart partitions and click add variables. And we have clearly added the variables, and you can simply see what variable is what in each partition. Okay. So, and you can name this one. You can name according to your requirement, whatever way you want. Major pie chart, pie chart, major, oh, that's measures. Okay. And this is how we can create a pie chart. So make sure you calculate it properly. Use your own way of calculating it. Okay. So now after that we are supposed to create bar chart of salaries. So for that one also we are, I'm just cutting them and adding it here. Okay, now insert bar chart. Here it is, bar chart. Where is that one? 2D column, 2D bar chart. We will select it. For the salaries, we are supposed to generate bar chart. So I'm selecting the salaries value, clicking on insert, and in the first value, first column, this is how where we have bar chart here. I'll just copy this one or cut this one, this image, and come and paste it here. This is our bar chart of salaries. Okay. The final one is plot of scatter plot between age and salaries. Now this is about interpretation of results. So just remove, delete this one. We are having only 5 tasks to complete. Let us work on the fifth task. So we need to calculate scatter plot. Just go here, scatter plot, insert. In the insert here we are having scatter plots. So what we should select? We should take two values, age and column. Click Control and select both the columns, and So now what we did is like we selected both the values and come to scatter plot. Here in the scatter plot, um, you can take any. This is also scatter plot. This is scatter plot with a line. Better you take scatter plot with line and click on it and add trend line. You can see that like anyhow. So this is a scatter plot. Just cut the scatter plot here and paste it inside the answer. Okay. So this clearly shows that the value of salary is mostly distributed between around 22 years and 38 years. Most of the salaries are ranged between 60,000 and upper limit is 40,000. So this is how salary is distributed when we take age as factor. Okay. So this interpretation you can do it based on the scatter plot image. So now what we should do. So as of now, this are what are the five tasks that are asked. We have completed everything, and we should provide in-depth interpretation related to it. Guys, first thing is make sure you create it on your own way. Second thing, the name of the titles like this here. This is a bar chart that should be named properly. This is age versus like this I did, but you can say scatter plot between age and salary like that. Or you can create it, you can give your own names. By this calculation part is done. Now what we should do is we should write interpretation for each and every task and we will be creating a PPT on that. Okay. So you take the values like this is the value, right? You just copy central tendency, just copy it and give interpretation what mean is explaining, what median is explaining, and what mode is explaining for the age. Similarly, for each task, you will be giving your own output. You don't need not to give this value. You can give pie chart, and based on the pie chart, what it explains. So, based on the pie chart, the highest value is 117. That is for finance department, and most common subjects that are taken by the people are the values that are 115 more value, and least took subject is 38 1. That is economics. Bar chart clearly shows that what it clearly explains. The longest, highest value is 140,000 budget of salaries, and what is the least value that we are getting is it is around 60 or 50,000 something. Okay, so from this we can see that the value is minimum value is 60,000 and maximum value is 140. 140 is the maximum. So that interpretation you should provide clearly. And here, when age is the salary of a person starts when the age is 25 around and between 40 the MBA studied people are aged between 20 26 or something 23 24 and approximately 38 years and the salary is ranged between 60 and 140,000. Okay, so is there any relationship between age and salary that they earned? No, it is a completely mixed. It's a zigzag, right? It is not possible to properly establish relationship between age and salaries earned because for 25 years you can see maximum salary and for 40 years also you can see maximum salary. So when these two becomes independent variables, age is not a factor here. Got it? So in that way you can explain it. So now for these images, you just create a PPT and give notes. I will show you it in one page to try to fix it. Say for example, I am doing this. This is my title page. After title page, slide. Here I am giving. What is the first task? Measures of central tendency. Okay. So age, for age, what are the values? These are the values. So this I will interpret here. What is the age? Um, based on central tendency values. It is possible to interpret that. Write it in your own way, need not to follow exact the way I am telling. Interpret that the average, what is the average value of the person, that is 30.892. So, and what is the median value, what it explains, and what is the mode value, what it explains. Like that, you should explain. Next, central tendency value in another slide. And all the measures are supposed to be, screenshot should be given here. The photo of the value should be provided here, and a proper interpretation explaining it should be provided. Okay. So after completing this, so make sure that for this one, I will be applying a design. A proper design should be added to this, maybe like something like this, whatever. Okay. So just add proper design to it and submit it. Okay. So you can take unique themes to create a design. A proper unique design clearly separates your work from others. And the way you are calculating these values and presenting it, that also has to be done uniquely. Okay. Don't copy from others. Just make sure you uniquely work on all the tasks and you uniquely prepare your PowerPoint presentation. That's it from my side, guys. All the best. Take care.